Panetopoulou School, and the subject to be debated is ebooks or paper books. It is the Greek government's plan to replace school textbooks with digital ebooks in the forthcoming academic year. What's your opinion? Team A with Elsa Bekos and Irini, and Team B with Stella Hileas and Athina. Let the battle begin.
We are in the opinion that the schools must adopt the idea of online books since no more trees would be cut down, and this will help the environment too. If we print books and books every year, this is an ecological disaster. We must stop this.
Okay, yeah, I see your point and I agree 100% with you. That's why I went online and searched about a solution. It's not that there's no solution on the subject, but it's that we don't choose to do it. The government doesn't do that. Well, last year in a voluntary program in Greek schools, they had 42 schools gather their books, their old books. They were totally gathered 32,000 books. Okay, it's not a big number, but it's something, okay? And by only ton of recycled paper, it was managed to save 17 trees, the half of energy required to cut down trees and make paper, 17% less pollution of the atmosphere because we didn't use the factory to make paper from wood. What's more, the waste is getting lower. So my point is that it's not that there's no solution.
Yes,
There is a solution in this, but we don't choose to do it.
yeah, maybe you're right.
Dropbox that allow all of us to save important information or notes into the ebook.
Yeah, I think what Elsa wanted to say is that one drop of water, not more, one drop is enough to destroy your device as a device.
The technology has been improved and developed the last few years, and you can also take notes easily, underline important facts, and I think we must expand on other issues too.
Yeah, about that, I don't think that's an issue, because you can easily lose your ebook or have it stolen.
Yeah, but because it's more expensive.
The animations in on the screen, the design, yes. This might be more of a distraction than of having fun in the class, because when you have moving images or animated sketches on the screen, maybe a little kid, okay, not of our age, be distracted from the lesson. Yeah.
Yes, but
That's
sometimes the school takes care of that and doesn't allow the students to go in some sites that are not allowed in the school.
No, okay, yeah, I didn't say, yeah, of course, yeah.
I know that, but when someone finds something like a game, you can't concentrate. No matter what the teacher says or the other students, you can't concentrate.
Yeah, that's what I said before, that the children use the ebook instead of the printed books. What the printed book says, the same says the ebook.
Sorry,
The
that's
printed
not
books. What the printed book says, the same says the ebook.
sorry, that's not what we say. That's a study that has been made, and kids really tend to do this when there is animation, because it's very easy, and to do it in an electrological or electrical device. You can do whatever you want. You can even have moving images in the corner bottom of the.
This is a very
Well,
good. Sorry.
Sorry.
I think the animation can be timed. So all the kids can see it and then become just an image.
Yeah,
So
but it doesn't happen.
yeah,
You should,
can happen,
it is a
but-
solution,
Yeah.
but it doesn't happen.
and we didn't say that when ebooks will come to schools, all the students will become perfect. Still, some students will not be as good as others.
Of course, yeah.
That's in favor of the student, not the ebook.
May I say something?
You're
doesn't
right,
matter.
but this happens. It's not that we say it might happen, this happens.
Let's not make hypotheses and.
Yeah, I don't have a side. We have.
This is a very good
We
argument.
have to move on. Has anyone any other
Yeah.
question?
I would like to ask, you mentioned, Stella, that unemployed people would benefit from the development of
Yeah.
ebooks. What makes you think that the government would choose new, unexperienced people to work so as to develop the websites and the ebooks and not the one that already developed them? And what about the people who are unemployed and wouldn't afford to buy such devices?
Well, we did a research in that, and we say the cost of buying the needed equipment for our school, such as a result, the education is not suitable for children to learn.
Okay, but let's take for example another country who use a method. They oblige kids. They don't ask kids. They oblige kids to bring their books back to school and give them back, so they don't have to print new ones.
Yeah, but if a book
Is destroyed,
was
yeah.
being destroyed,
A small fee wouldn't mind. You are supposed to take care of your book in order to another student take it and use it.
I see your
Again,
point.
I'm going. There is a solution.
I see your point, but some books where some students lose their books, and also everyone has its own notes. These notes can't be erased easily.
And if a child lose the book, the printed book, yes,
Your school books.
I see your point, but there are applications such as Dropbox that allow all of us to save important information or notes into the ebook.
Yeah, I think what Elsa wanted to say is that one drop of water, not more, one drop, is enough to destroy your ebook, your device, as a device.
The technology has been improved and developed the last few years, and you can also take notes easily, underline important facts, and I think we must expand on other issues too.
Yeah, about that, I don't think that's an issue, because you can easily lose your ebook or have it stolen.
Yeah, but because it's more expensive than a book, you take care of it.
A very strong preference in printed books than ebooks, textbooks. By 57%, they prefer printed books. 21 they prefer e-textbooks, and the remaining 22 a mixed.
Yeah.
I believe that the children see ebooks, computers, like a game. They don't see it seriously. They can't focus on what they study from the
But
ebooks.
sorry for interrupting. Sorry, Stella. The majority of students don't pay attention in school subjects in the classical way, in printed books. So it's a good idea for the schools to adopt e-books in order for the children to pay more attention and have fun all together with subjects.
Yes,
they
and I
learn.
think, as you said, it's like a game, so it will appeal to children in order to
More fun,
take
right?
their attention. And,
Although that's a good point, I'm sorry, I maintain that there are other issues we can discuss too. For example, what about the health? If a student carries all these heavy backpacks, this will cause a problem with someone's back.
Of course, certainly. But apart moving images or animated sketches on the screen, maybe a little kid, okay, not of our age, be distracted from the lesson. Yeah,
Yes, but,
that's
sometimes the school takes care of that and doesn't allow the students to go in some sites that are not allowed in the school.
no, okay, yeah, I didn't say, yeah, of course, yeah.
I know that, but when someone finds something like a game, you can't concentrate. No matter what the teacher says or the other students, you can't concentrate.
Yeah, that's what I said before, that the children use the ebook instead of the printed books. What the printed book says, the same says the ebook.
Sorry, that's not what we say. That's a study that has been made, and kids really tend to do this when there is animation, because it's very easy, and to do it in an electrological or electrical device. You can do whatever you want. You can even have moving images in the corner bottom of the.
This is a very
Well,
good
Sorry.
I think the animation can be timed. So all the kids can see it and then become just an image.
Yeah,
So
but it doesn't happen.
yeah,
You should,
it
yeah,
can happen.
it is a
but-
solution,
Yeah.
but it doesn't happen.
And we didn't say that when ebooks will come to schools, all the students will become perfect. Still, some students will not be as good as others.
Of course, of course. Yeah.
That's in favor of the student, not the ebooks.
May I say something?
You're
doesn't
right,
matter.
but this happens. It's not that we say it might happen. This happens.
Let's not make hypotheses and
Yeah, I don't have a side. We have.
this is a very good argument that we all have, but there are more advantages in the favor of online books.
Its production,
Yeah.
not its production is greatly reduced, and as an effect, when you go to bed, it takes you more to fall asleep.
Yeah, but
And it has a very serious impact on the deep sleep time. Okay, that's, sorry, let me finish that, just that. And that has as a consequence that you are more fatigued in the morning, fatigued. You know, your brain doesn't function at
Can't
full,
concentrate.
Yeah.
easily.
I agree totally with you, but
Sorry if I could just interrupt for a moment. Think about school. We are in school. We are 7 hours in textbook. Then we are going home, and we are doing our homework in a textbook too. And then in our free time, we're just in a textbook again. We're just in computer.
this is the problem of an individual.
You're right.
We don't oblige someone to use all the time the gadget, and this is happens in Greece. In other countries, they have already adopted this idea, and a new beginning is starting. And also, online books has an advantage that we didn't discuss before. Is that everyone has a lot of books on its shelves on a house, and this is, brings a lot of dust and he must clear it regularly, and this is not good for our health.
And Stella, also, if we I think in our age we're mature enough to think about how long do we stay in a computer screen, and we have to arrange the time so as not to have any illness.
That's it.
Yes, in
They,
the school.
they already use that devices, and we add 5 more hours. How come you not having sleep problems?
Half of my classmates are playing with their phones in the subject in the school, and this can be replaced by a gadget that will help them this given moment instead of playing with the cell phone. So I think that it isn't so big difference between.
Actually,
5 hours.
you are agreeing with what I said just
Yes,
now.
I know that it may cause a problem, but the problem is existing already.
How about
And
That's
I
it.
think
You want to
start it?
it's my
Yes.
my
No,
belief.
it's not necessary.
It's my belief that if 7 hours a day as a student pays attention in a printed book, then he wants to spend the free time in a tablet or in a smartphone, whatever it is, a device, a device. I think that he's going to spend more time because he wants to.
Look, it's just numbers. 5 hours in the school, and in the recesses, I am 100% sure that they use the cell phones. Either for Facebook or gaming
They get-
to kill the time. Okay.
They will find an argument that is said that if you go on a journey and you must do your homework as well, you don't have to carry all these backpacks, books, notebooks, and all this stuff.
Or forget some books at home and have problems.
You will have lighter suitcases, and also you can have your gadget in order to do your homework, to listen to music, and also have a good time when you want to rest. Take a
Well-
rest.
Yes, but if you need Wi-Fi for the work to be done.
You have the ebook and you can
The
have
ebook is a
access to the
download.
Wi-Fi.
Yes.
But we have another point too, that the
Sorry.
school books.
Can I answer
yeah.
to if you don't have an answer, study a different aspect of it. When you use the same device for different things, well, let's say you use your e-book for studying, for school,
You talk
and for
about-
having fun.
you talk
Younger
about
kids.
viruses.
Sorry.
You talk about virus.
No. To have fun. Okay, I talk about younger kids, maybe our age, not college students. They tend to stop using it. They stop using it to study.
That's a
They-
decision.
That's an individual problem, yeah, I know. But it's a study that, it's a fact. It's not a hypothesis.
So many students
fine.
will be left behind.
Not left behind, but you go study, and when your mind, okay, we all study.
Yes, I tend to agree with you, Irene.
Your mind
Some
flies
students,
elsewhere.
some students may be left behind, but I think the same problem happens with the printed books.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
No.
It's a
Everyone-
choice. It's a
everyone
student's
has
choice.
Look,
If you carry something like a book phone, you are distracted by the study.
I'm afraid time is not on our side. So could we please ask the audience to have any questions, if they have any questions?
do you?
Nope.
No.
I actually have one question, and I want to ask Stella, because I heard her to talk about it before. So my question is, how is technology not going to harm people if they use it all the time, although it might be less harmful as it is today?
Well, this is a very good question. And I want to say that, as I said before, the technology has been improved, and with LED technology, this reduce the health problems. And also, what is more practical and interesting? If you use a book, the letters has a specific size. If you have an online book, you can make them bigger, smaller, in order to learn to read more easily and at your ease. You don't have to.
Sorry, can I add something on this? It's not that it's reducing the health problems. It's reducing the visual problems, only for the eye, and it's reducing, not obliterating.
I said that with the LED
so-
technology,
Yeah.
there are no more. I don't know how can I say it. When you look at the screen, wherever it is, if it has this specific technology that that nowadays is in the majority of devices,
The
this-
LED technology.
yeah, don't cause problem to your eyes because they are not with old machines.
And also,
So it's
in-
not, that's what I told you, they may reduce visual problems, not health problems. What about photosensitive epilepsy? A kid with photosensitive epilepsy can't do that.
There are specific teachers that have been educated for these reasons, that they can help these students. And also, we must make education more interesting and more accessible for all kinds of students.
I'm afraid we have to move on. Has anyone any other
Yeah.
question?
I would like to ask, you mentioned, Stella, that unemployed people would benefit from the development of
Yeah.
ebooks. What makes you think that the government would choose new, unexperienced people to work so as to develop the websites and the ebooks, and not the one that already developed them? And what about the people who are unemployed and wouldn't afford to buy such devices?
Well, we did research in that, and we say the cost of buying the needed equipment for our school, such as erasers, books, notebooks, pencils, pens, etc. It's more expensive than a gadget, and also with discounts from the government and subsidies for the government too. We will all people will all have the opportunity to have access on this machinery, and also because there are not existing these forms of online courses, they people that have studied computer programming and web design and these kind of jobs will have the opportunity to work on their field and not do other part-time jobs in order to earn a living. And also there are people who have studied this subject that they are not young and unexperienced, but they are mature enough in order to have an opportunity to work.
I don't see it that way because the people who already work on a job and they don't know how to use computers will be unemployed. And also, some of them will maybe have technophobia and are afraid to use machineries. They are not experienced.
I think what Stella is trying to say is that when a school, especially, adopt the idea to have e-books instead of printed books, some students may be interested in this, and in some years when he's ready to be in the college, might choose to study this.
Actually, that's what I said before.
Sorry.
About the preference.
Irene, what would you personally prefer?
I would personally prefer books because computers, I can't read from a computer or a book. I can't concentrate or focus on the screen for too long, and also books are not only for what they have, what the writers had in the book. It's also the idea of having a book. You can have it because you like it, what it is, the seeds, the pictures.
Physical form of it.
Yeah, it's
May
not.
I add something on what you
yes.
said? If you are a lot of hours in front of a screen, then you will start to have reduction perception of reality. You will not know what is going on around you.
We talked about
Thank you.
Isolate from the community.
Thank you all for participating in this, our first debate of this year. Thank you and goodbye.